Hi, hi. My name is Arpit Kumar Singh, and today I'm going to present a potential PPT on potential vulnerabilities of analysis of mobile banking application. The content goes like this: the summary, data acquired, result, and you'll see in the PPT. The summary, as you know, the Android market share worldwide goes to around like 80%. All the smartphones are basically more inclined to Android operating system, and if you know that Android operating system has an open environment, or you can say it is on open source, so anyone in the world can just reverse engineer or repackage the apps very easily, and due to that, some hackers use that as a in a negative way and use that to their own good and breach into some accounts, people's accounts, play with their credentials, and that's very bad. And the government doesn't allow that, but somehow they get good in that and make some extra money out of people's hard-earned money. So, and you know how it is happen because when like when we install a mobile banking app, it shows permissions and we grant it blindly. And this careless nature gets very handy to the hackers and they use it for their own benefit. Research method. In research method, they used sparrow method. In the sparrow method, they took like every sensitive permissions into consideration and they make a graph over it. And with the graphs, and they show like if these many permissions are granted by total permissions, there are more chances that your account will be breached by hackers or something like that. And the source code also uh, should be like more good so that hackers can't like penetrate into your account. And there should be like minimum permission that user should grant to any app, or it should grant for only that time only, not for like always. Yeah. And the data was collected by like 15 domestic mobile banking apps of South Korea and 15 major foreign banking apps of 7 countries too. So it was taken on a like a good amount of banking apps. So the data was taken, and the conclusion was that the the domestic banking app used 7 out of 32 permissions, and the foreign apps just took 3 out of 13 permissions. So the both average comes to like 13.3. This is the analysis. So they are permissions, and for domestic and foreign, but the permission taken by the domestic ones, as you clearly can see, are more higher than the foreign one, and it goes on, and that's how we do. At the end, we can clearly see that the foreign ones are taken low permissions, and domestic ones are like very much high, and the dangerous permissions are very high. So the domestic mobile banking apps are considered to be like breached by some hacker. Each app Each app, like in result, each app is made of a different set of quantity permissions. The majority of permissions was that have mishandled, might have significant negative influence on the system and other apps. Most of services requested excessive permissions, although some were included since the developer was unaware of them. These permissions can be used while reverse engineering and to repackage into malicious app. So, as I said, it can be reverse packaged and use it on your account, and it can happen anytime. As you can see, I chose this article because it gives you a brief light on your small transactions that we do in our day-to-day life are not that safe. We used to think. As a software engineer myself, the article, the reports, and myself too says if your private data credentials are saved on cloud, this is a possibility that someone can breach in your account and can steal your data or can use the data for his own good. So there's a high chance that when you say yes to every terms and condition, it will cost you like heavy in future. Thank you.